عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. أما بعد. To continue in our series of question and answers which I'd got from the brothers in India and the answers that I'd got from our Shaykh Nabil Al-Anjaree, Hafidhahullah. So we'll continue with those series. And the next set of questions were around why a woman always covered that way that it feels why are women always covered that way it feels like they're afraid. And the question I say is my classmates ask, why is it discrimination for women that they are told to cover and men are free to wear whatever they want? And are Muslim women not feeling hot in the jilbab or in the hijab? And why are Muslim girls forcefully put under the hijab? Why is Islam so strict for women? And why are women not allowed in the mosques? These were a series of questions from the questions which were sent across to myself from my brothers in India. Jazakumullah khairan. So Shaykh Al-Anjaree, Hafidhahullah, he answered them in sets. And I'd like the brothers to pay attention to the questions, and I'll repeat some of them. From them is that why are Muslim girls forcefully put under the hijab or to wear the hijab? And why is Islam so strict for women? And also, isn't it a discrimination for women? So you can see the types of questions which have been asked here, where the feeling is that women are or women under Islam have it more strict, or they're more discriminated, or what have you, or Islam is harsh for them. So Shaykh Al-Anjaree, Hafidhahullah, he answered them and he said these questions, which are either from non-Muslims or from some Muslim sisters. The reason being, the Shaykh is not sure of who exactly has asked these type of questions. So the Shaykh said, my answer will be comprehensive, considering not knowing who the questioner is. As for the questioner's statement, why are the Muslim sisters in hijab? Then the answer to that is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered it to be so. So the Muslim women, they wear the hijab because it is in their aqidah, it's what they believe in, and that Allah has made hijab compulsory upon them. And so that the Shaykh said, so that I can clarify this meaning here more, Shaykh said, I say, and the Shaykh gave examples from other religions and their beliefs. For example, the Shaykh said, why does the Buddhists make statues? Why do they make statues? And they do so claiming that they may get closer to their God. And they prostrate to this statue. And they this statue that they've made. And they bring this statue or these statues food and drink and other similar offerings. All of this because the Buddhists, as in their belief, or what they believe in, that this statue is God. And the Shaykh said, why does the Hindu believe that the cow has to be, the cow is sacred? So they seek to get closeness to their gods, even through the cow's dung, for example. And the Shaykh said, Nasallallahu salama, we ask Allah for safety. And this is because the Hindus, they believe in their religion that this is something that is blessed, the cow itself or the cow dung. So they seek blessings from the cow dung, they seek blessings from the cow's urine. And the Shaykh gave an example also of the Christians. And the Shaykh said, why do the Christian women wear a cross on their chest? And this cross, which is handmade, it's a handmade, from the statue which they have, and they've made it as a miniature, something small. And you find that they kiss it and they have it displayed on their chest. All of this because they believe that this is the Son of God. Waliyadu billah. And why do the atheists in America? They gather and they sit together without clothes, either by the sea or out in the open in the middle of nowhere. Both men and women, just like animals. They sit there without any clothes. And the children there in these gatherings, they see their mother or their father in this filthy way. All of this because they believe that there is no Lord or God to do as you please. So the men and women, they undress themselves completely naked, and their children, they see their private parts without any shame. All of this because this is what they believe in. And the Shaykh said, you have in India, for example, the dress of the woman there who wears a sari, that's the dress, and you find that she shows off her stomach. It's because she believes that this is something that is allowed, and so on. So these affairs come about from the belief of a person. So the Muslim sister believes in the speech of Allah, in the Quran, and the Sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that the hijab is an affair which is legislated by the Sharia. So they wear the hijab as a means of getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because the days in this life are numbered and limited, and she believes that this is the Darul Ikhtibar, a place of test, and a place of passing by, Darul Mamar. So the Muslim woman, she adheres to the Kitab and the Sunnah because she is a mu'min. Because she is a mu'minah, she is a person of Iman, she is a person of belief. Because she's a mu'minah or a believer in the Kitab and the Sunnah, and a believer in La ilaha illallah, that there is no one worthy of worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that Muhammad is his messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. As for the questions, where the question is asked, and isn't this a discrimination for the woman? And isn't it difficult for the woman, the hijab or the jilbab? The answer to this is, the Shaykh said, Allah orders the worshippers as He wills. Inna al-hukmu illa lillah. Allah orders the worshippers as He wills, and the judgment belongs only to Allah. So upon the slave is to abide by what Allah has ordered him. So this man is ordered, for example, what has Allah ordered the man? The Shaykh said, Allah has ordered the man to pay towards his mother if his father has passed away, and has ordered to pay towards and spend upon their daughters and his sisters if their father has passed away. And this is something wajib from the Sharia upon him, upon the man. If in this situation a man doesn't do it, he is sinful. Similarly, if the woman doesn't wear a hijab, she is sinful. So the man is also sinful. This man who never has any leave, he doesn't have a holiday from this regard, from paying and spending upon his women in his house, his daughters, his wife, or his mother if the father has passed away. Again, on his sisters if his father has passed away. He works hard and earns his money and spends upon his daughters throughout his life. And this is something which is wajib upon him. It's compulsory upon him. So as the man, if he leaves this wajib, he leaves that which is compulsory upon him, the sin is upon him. Likewise, if the woman leaves wearing the hijab, sin is upon her. So if this man leaves this wajib, spending upon those who he is responsible for, that which he has been ordered with as his duty. So the woman sits at home and doesn't work, and it's wajib upon this father to spend upon her and pay towards his needs. The father works day and night and spends upon her. So she eats and she drinks and wears clothes and lives in her father's house. Not that this is something that he's just being nice to his daughters, but it's because it's wajib upon him to do so. So if the father or the brother leaves this wajib, then this is a sin and in opposition to the Sharia of Allah. So we find that the man has restrictions as the woman has restrictions upon her. So Islam is not just as restrictions upon the woman, there's restrictions upon the man as well. Rather, the restrictions on the man, as Shaykh Al-Anjaree said, the restrictions on the man are even more severe. The man has to work hard and come up with the wealth to spend upon food and drink and shelter for the woman under his care. And the woman has to just wear the hijab. كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول على رعيته. The Shaykh said, you are all shepherds and all of you are responsible for your flock. So here, do we say that Islam is harsh and severe and strict upon the women, or is it more harsh and severe upon the men and strict upon the men? What do you think would be the answer to this for the one who's putting this question? This is the question. The man has to work hard and come up with wealth to spend upon food and drink and shelter. And the woman doesn't have to do these responsibilities, or these responsibilities are not hers. None of the women under his responsibility have to do this. Not his mother, his daughter, not his wife. So the woman stays in the house, and all these responsibilities are upon the man. So the Shaykh said, I repeat myself. And I asked this question, is Islam, do you find Islam harsh and strict upon the woman and lenient with the man? No. And the Shaykh said, Allah mentions in the Quran, Ar-rijalu qawwamun. The men are strong. And the Shaykh said, what does this strong mean here? Strong with what? Strong that they spend upon the woman, spend upon his daughters, spend upon his sisters if the father has passed away, or spend upon his wife or his mother if the father has passed away, and so on. So this was in regarding to, isn't it discriminatory upon the woman to wear the hijab, or isn't Islam harsh upon the woman? Jazakallahu khairan, the Shaykh answered that in a really comprehensive way. And as for the next question, why are women not allowed in the mosques? The Shaykh said, refugees sought with Allah. Iyadu billah. Whoever said that, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, إذا استأذنت الامرأة أحدكم إلى المسجد فلا يمنعها. Sahih Bukhari. If the woman of one of you asks permission to go to the mosque, he should not prevent her. So it is not allowed to prevent a woman from going to the masjid if she can go to so that she can go to the masjid. And in the time of the companions, in the Prophet's mosque in Medina, the first to leave the masjid were the women, and the men would wait for them to leave. And the Shaykh said this was due to the status of the women and out of protection of them. So this was the guidance of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions, radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in. And that was the end of the answer of the Shaykh for these series of questions. هذا وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد. And inshallah, we will continue with a few more of the answers that I have, which I've managed to get off the Shaykh. And as always, I'll put the recording in Arabic of the Shaykh in the group, and as well a transcript of the conversation. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, brothers, for joining in. Masala.